Welcome back to OK Aussie. Dyan, Matt. Current time, 6:53 p.m, Sunday, 15th of June.
That's cooling.
Anything else happening?
No, that's cooling. The dolls are not on the right spot.
The dolls are not on the right spot. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Dyan does have Tourette's, the tics. She has seizures, a whole range of other neurological things, autism, ADHD, OCD. We might have to put some protection mechanisms into place.
No.
All of the things for Dyan stem from a genetic chromosomal disorder, 22q11.2 deletion syndrome. It's the microdeletion on the long arm of the 22nd chromosome. 30 to 50 genes are missing. 3 million DNA building blocks. Let's have a look.
My skin is crawling, my skin is crawling, my skin is crawling.
180, 185 clinical symptoms possible with this.
No. We're not having anything, no.
That is the med cart. Don't give me a little bit on the resistive side when it comes to treatments and supports.
You're just shoving things in holes, fixation thing you have.
Yeah.
That really hurts. Okay, that's my sore ear.
I know, it's just sore ear. I'm glad we brought the temperature down a little bit. It's 37.
I had a Panadol.
You've had Panadol Osteo because you were at 37.9. And every day for the last 5 or more days, she's been at 38, harbouring. Sweet pea, you know I've predicted that you're going to have seizures today because of all the correlations and things that are going on.
I'm not going to have a seizure, it's just Tourette's.
Okay, well, that's what we hope. We can have pre-ictal the Tourette's. That pre-ictal can very easily and quickly blend into dystonia and also seizures. So we're going to be very cautious with that.
Yeah, my skin is crawling.
You've already had your evening medications, okay, which includes a muscle relaxant.
I've already had it.
You've already had it away. Have you got a rattle?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had your evening medications. Are you in any pain?
Yeah. You didn't do it.
Which part didn't I do?
You didn't do these this time.
Really?
My person did it.
I actually did today's, and I did
she
Mondays.
Did for the rest of the week.
I know. We're going through training of our disability support staff with the medications compliance process. And one of the steps for her is actually filling out all of the daily medications, which is really cool because I'm starting to try and unload certain steps and actions. Are we doing Marcel mimes? Oh,
she's a registered nurse.
She is, which is really cool. We've got some really good staff on board, part of the team.
She did it all.
Yeah, you're
like
very...
a boss.
I know. You're very flushed in the face. Now, I know you're hot.
He says that all the time. I know I'm hot.
You're hottie.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. Oh, don't trust anything that comes out his mouth.
No. And on that note, there is a trigger warning that goes with this coprolalia, inappropriate language that may come out. Happens in about 5 to 10% of those who've got Tourette syndrome. Copraxia, the inappropriate
I don't
finger
think
gestures,
if I went on respite,
could also
anyone
occur as
would
well.
want to be around me.
Honey, you're the
No.
fun part of the party. Now, we
The
can...
skin's crawling. The skin's crawling.
I can sedate you.
No. That's not fun.
No. But I also don't want you to go into contusions, bruising, avulsions, where you tear any tendons, dislocations and subluxations.
Is bad.
You've got, I know, depruttions on your hand, which is starting to hurt more and more.
Did
it's a
you show them
contracture.
the storeroom, how cool it looks?
That's in the other video, which I'm still waiting to see. We've done a bit of renovations around the house today. We've been so busy the last couple of days, which is
really good.
I've got eyes on you, sweetie. I'm not going anywhere at the moment, sorry. because you can just tip over into
My
a
eyes
seizure.
closed.
Yes, you have. You've now got leprosy coming in. We're actually going to give you another dose.
No.
So before you can't swallow,
No.
you're actually going to take some medication for me.
No.
The resistance process, it makes my life very, very difficult.
What is
She,
it?
when she looks back on these
What is
videos,
it?
goes, "Oh, I shouldn't have been doing that." No,
What
you
is
shouldn't have.
it?
Clinazepam. It's a muscle
No,
relaxant.
I don't want a relaxant.
I need you to, because
I don't
otherwise,
want to.
darling, you're going to go into more. Okay, sorry, I can predict. I've been explaining that these things are going to happen to you, so let's get in front of it. I'm going to put some pulse oximetry on you before you can't swallow. Put the tablet in for me.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do, darling. Yes, you do.
Sure.
Yes, you do, sweetie, please.
I don't think I've got the drink. Please have the drink.
Okay, I've got the drink. Can you put the tablet in your mouth? Let's get it done quickly before you go out. You're going to start passing out soon. Tablets here, darling.
I'm doing it.
Okay, I'm helping holding it. Good girl. You're just trying to time and control your tics, I know. Very good. You don't want to throw the water across the room.
I don't want to spray
I know.
it.
Do you need any more water to wash down? Are you okay? Good girl. All right. I'm just going to put some pulse oximetry onto you.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes protective
I
padding.
had a successful day.
You have had a brilliantly successful couple of days, gorgeous.
I washed my hair. I helped you guys with
Yeah, you've been
storage
doing
room.
jobs.
I cleaned your tools. They were disgusting.
I know, you've gone through the
Not
whole
one
bag
screw.
of toolkits.
Not one screw was in place.
Oh, my goodness me. Isn't it a benefit having OCD?
You're a whore.
Well, thank you, darling.
Sorry.
That's okay.
But basically, your screws were everywhere.
They were. They were
They're
all
not
over
even
the shop.
size matched. Nothing.
Oh my God, that's good.
Not even the little.
That's like a catastrophe.
No. What's.
Can you
Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you get it? Sorry. No, but
Right, I need to put it in.
why is there different size rubber things?
What do you mean size rubber thing?
Not condom.
No, that was not. It was
The
an
rubbers,
elastic band.
the greens. Why is it different sizes?
The rubbers. You mean the wall anchors? Is that what you're talking
The
about?
green rubbers, yes.
Okay, they are different sizes. Some will be thin and some will be long.
Is that worldwide known?
I don't know if it's
Well, I need to
worldwide,
know.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Those odd sizes.
Some things are odd. I get that.
I'm dead.
You're not dead, sweetie.
I'm dead.
You're not dead, sweetie.
71, 97 oxygen. I'm fine.
Good. Bluetooth bringing up.
I had a feeling this morning.
What did you have a feeling of, sweetie?
I don't know, I had a bit of a feeling of like, I'm not going to say it.
You don't like saying it, putting it out in the cosmos like manifestation. Is that how it works?
This tablet's going to work, right?
This tablet's
Don't
going.
put that away.
I'm putting it out.
Put that
Ready?
away. Put
Just
that
in
away.
case.
Put that away.
Yep.
You're making it happen.
It doesn't work like that, kiddo.
Have you ever heard of manifestation?
It's a crock of shit.
I know,
Okay.
but still.
Sure.
That's what I had to order.
What did you have to order now?
Shein.
On Shein. You're thinking about a Shein order right
I
now, are
need
you?
my phone.
Okay.
You've got my phone, people.
I'm sorry,
Rude.
but they're busy as well. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so inappropriate.
No, I was going to put, that's Cupcake Street. I'm on Cupcake Street in this room.
Did you want to show them Cupcake Street?
Sure.
So that they've got context?
And then in the store.
You can see a part of this design. There is Cupcake in the street.
And in the storeroom, I can get another cute name, street name.
Right.
The storeroom inside the storeroom.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
That's possible.
They're cheap. It's China.
It's Shein. Online shopping made easy.
The Chinese are smart.
They are.
We're stupid, you know that. Australians are stupid.
Right.
In business. Really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how stupid they are?
Right.
You know how much potential we have that we don't even use?
potential.
Yes. Do you know how hard these Chinese work? They don't work harder, they work smarter, actually.
Well, it's about smart, isn't it? Working smart's important.
We're stupid.
We can be at times. I agree about that.
We're stupid.
Okay. It's interesting where the combination and the intersection of Tourette's, OCD, ADHD, autism.
So stupid.
Sends the brain.
The world is our oyster.
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If I win lotto, I'm going to start businesses.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not going to be good at that. I'll probably just like go to someone else and go, here's my money, make it a good business.
Make it happen? Okay.
And it'll be helping people.
Sounds good to me.
I would help lots
Oxygen
of people.
stats are at 98, heart rate's at 58.
I'd be like, and you have a house, 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 and you have a house. Can you imagine that?
Could you imagine? Now, why were we talking for the last couple of days saying that you're getting closer and closer and higher risk of potentially some neurological
You
episode?
were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
This is your
I've done it.
Dyan takes CBD.
Yes, we have.
Don't.
That's our Google Home automation, and that's our
That's Prada candy. Do you like it?
Prada candy. It's okay, not bad.
Not too bad.
Where did you get that from?
One of the support workers gave it to me. Which
Okay.
was nice of them.
That's
I
nice of
guess.
them. Nice gesture. It smells nice.
Yeah.
So, with the predictable model of things, can I look at your finger? Sorry. Why are you losing circulation?
I'm losing circulation? What do you mean I'm losing circulation? Ow!
Sorry.
Was I losing circulation? I can't tell.
I know you can't tell. You've got interoception, and with you, I just noticed that your discoloration and change. This is a different hair lacquer that you've given?
It's a new one. Remember, I lost the other one at the shopping centre.
Why did you do that?
It's an accident.
That was silly.
Stretch it. Oh, you stretch my finger.
I'm just making sure I've got circulation coming through the finger, kitten, without you being cut off. All right.
Why don't you tape it?
I can tape it, but then that becomes more frustrating. That should be fine. Thank you.
Is my finger going to fall
No,
off?
your finger's not
Are
going to
you
fall off.
sure?
Have you finished hitting me? I've got a blood thinning disorder. Why would you hit me?
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I have got a blood thinning disorder, but it's okay. I'm fine. I'm on blood thinners and everything else. Right.
It's not fine.
Yes.
Obviously.
It's actually a rare condition that I happen to have. Blood coagulation issues. Anyway, that's another sub-story.
Sorry.
That's okay. No worries. Are you feeling all right? Do you have a headache? Zara's going
I
where?
don't know why though.
Okay. Do you have a headache?
No, I feel confused.
Okay. Cold until you're going to be. It's okay, darling. It's all right. Just slow down. I'm right here. This will pass.
Yeah, it passes and it comes back.
It'll pass.
It always comes
It's
back.
passing. Now, the reason why it's predictable, Dyan's quite heavy into the bowel medication routines at the moment. Every time it's an immediate trigger, and the deeper she's into the bowel medication routines, and this is for her GI tract issues with gastroparesis, that's a sub-side effect of having hypermobility, so Ehlers-Danlos, EDS, under 22q. GI tract issues are quite common, and there's a bowel dysmotility
My
issue.
teeth mark.
Did you bite your thing? Please don't do that.
I used to suck my thumb.
Yeah, well, don't
I
bite.
had a lump.
Yeah, well, don't bite it.
I had a lump. I sucked my thumb till I was 13.
Yeah. Now, speaking about the EDS, the hypermobility, it's very easy for Dyan.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't there. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
Okay. It's very easy for Dyan to
Who
dislocate different
invented
joints
the
because of the
teddy
tics.
bear?
Now, with Tourette's, there are two different phases of this:
invented the
motor and vocalized tics. And a lot of the motor tics, these very fast, rapid actions, can unfortunately cause
Sarah
her to
liked it with
bruise,
the EG machine because
contusion.
she liked reading the monitor.
She did. Sarah
She
is a
said it was
neurophysiologist.
Interesting.
You do have a very
And-
interesting brain.
Yeah, she being
She does
rare,
have a
she
very
likes
interesting
me.
brain. Yes.
But just in general, we like each other.
Okay. Well, you've seen her a couple of times now.
Autistic, She just doesn't
You
know
think
it.
she is. Yes, exactly.
No, she is.
She is. I would agree with that too.
I can pick him.
You can pick him.
I can go shopping and I can go. She's autistic. He's autistic.
Right.
She's autistic.
Okay.
They just don't know it.
You can see them in the wild.
Sometimes they spot me and they smile at me and I
They
go,
do.
And there's a special girl that I've met twice.
Yes, at opening events.
Through my beautiful people, Archie Living.
Yep.
And I've met her twice, and she caters.
She's a caterer.
She serves.
Yeah.
And she's got this beautiful long red hair.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh my gosh.
She braids it nicely, doesn't she?
She braids it beautifully.
Yeah.
And she's a really nice person. And I hope I get to meet her again.
I'm sure you'll see other catered events coming up in the future as well.
Because she's on the spectrum.
Yes.
And I spotted it, and then she told me, and I was right.
Yes, she did. She introduced herself and said
and
she's on
like,
the spectrum.
Yes.
You spotted it. Well done, you. Do you have any nausea at all, sweetie?
Nope.
No, that's really good.
I just had a Chico roll.
Yes, she did, but that sometimes can cause
Aussie,
nausea.
Aussie.
Oxygen is at 96%. Heart rate's at 61 beats per minute.
All you need is chopped milk and the beach, and then it's Australia.
Mm-hmm. The ballistic movements of all the Tourette's for Dyan can actually bring her heart rate and the blood pressure up by about 15
Where
points
women
as well.
glow and then thunder. Did I say any of that correctly?
No, I think you just totally killed the lyrics on
bastardized the song.
Yes, what a shame, because it's such a nice song.
I come from a land down under.
Yes, you do.
Not from Tasmania.
No,
they're
that's
really
the
under.
Apple Isle right underneath.
They're like the apple.
Big hello to Willow, and also Cam.
It's freezing over there.
Two people who are lovely subscribers long term. Willow and Cam.
Which I'm looking at getting for my thermodysregulation because I'm finding it hard.
Right.
I'm going to get my jacket one day that warms up with the button.
I actually think
you charge it.
More than warm as it is.
No, not for Tasmania.
Right.
I bet you Willow and Cam would say the same thing.
I imagine you would.
No, you won't. You will feel the cold and temperature.
It's pretty cold when you climb up Mount Wellington.
Hot.
I know.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
I remember when I lived in Denmark, and not overseas in Australia, Western Australia.
A small country
but
town in the southwest of WA.
It was cold.
Yes.
It was cold.
Right.
When I used to ride my bike up to the road from the farm, I used to have to go 1, 2, 3.
Crying the fingers off.
And they were so red, and my cheeks used to be really
rosy red. Your Scottish blood coming through.
Yes. And
I'm sure Diana in Scotland would recognise and acknowledge that as well.
It was freezing, so I'm not good at living in cold climates.
I think Diana in Scotland's in Glasgow, or very near to Glasgow.
My grandfather grew up in Scotland. He used to carry 2 sheep under his arm and go to school.
I think he used to tell some very big stories as well.
No, it's the truth.
Okay, we'll go with that, won't
and
we?
And the German side of me, I'm doing Oktoberfest this year.
Hello, Jessica in Germany, one of our lovely subscribers as well.
I'm doing Oktoberfest. Get your dress ready. I'm getting my dress ready. I'm just doing it at home, most likely.
Jessica, do you have any tips for Oktoberfest? Any things that we should be aware of?
And which is the beer? I'm sure it's a German
German
beer.
Stein. Stein, yeah.
Exactly, German beer. Duh.
Okay.
But I am going to have some
some German sausage, bratwurst?
Absolutely.
Some cabbage, some potato, mashed potato.
No, we used to eat it with mashed potato. My family's big into... I don't know why, but like I'm 11% German.
Right.
Oh no, I do know. I don't know why.
You don't know why?
Oh my God.
You do know
why.
My
mother's father's mum
yeah.
had 13 children. Oh my God.
Okay.
She didn't live in a shoe though. But basically...
Where does this shit come from? Anyway.
Basically...
yeah.
They were born in at 10. Well, I don't know if that's true. I'm autistic.
You believe anything.
Basically,
you're very gullible, but yes.
She's German.
Right.
That's where it comes from. I'm 11.8% German.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing Oktoberfest.
Okay.
So Jessica from Germany.
We've never done it before.
We're going to do it. So I'm going to try and go to an event if my health is good.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to try those mugs and see if I can get a mug to take home with me.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, a big mug.
Yeah,
just as, because my great grandmother, who was German, and she's very German, hard workers, aren't they? And I loved her. I adored her. She was a nurse. She was the most beautiful soul, and her children, all 13, not in a shoe, not in a tent.
Yeah.
They lived well. But in Scotland, what's the name
Diana.
again? Diana, sorry. I should remember your name because it's like mine, but I just, so many names, you guys get me mixed up. But Diana, my grandfather grew up in primary school age, I guess.
We have
Scotland.
a few people in Ireland and Scotland and England, going across Europe as well. Mona, who was here.
My surname Moore is Irish.
Remember Mona, who was here, actually went to, I think she was also going to Edinburgh. Edinburgh? I think she was going to Edinburgh.
Scotland?
Yeah, in Scotland. I think that's where she was going for studies, further studies.
Miss you,
Hope she's
Mona.
going well.
Like, your beautiful little face. I miss you.
Actually, interesting enough, Mona also has Tourette's as well.
She does. Okay.
Another person that you've met.
She had a lot of good people that she used to support here in Perth and catch up with, and I so missed out on the opportunity, sadly. But Tourette's is no joke, is it, Mona? Like, it is just
consuming and complex.
But
and tie that into all the other neurological stuff going on. Wow.
I don't know anyone else who has German blood, but let's do Oktoberfest. So I'm getting a pretty Oktoberfest dress because I'm like, I'm autistic, okay? I have to do the dress up. And I don't care if it's just here.
Yeah, we can
either
just do it
in my bed,
in your bed
or out on the balcony.
On a balcony.
I do not care.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Sounds good to me.
And I'm having beer.
Yeah, we will get some different
Even
foods
though my
to
doctor
try.
said, because I said with my anti-seizure medication, can I drink alcohol? And he said, no.
So you understood the nodding.
No, I had to ask about 5,000
Yeah,
questions to
understand
you because I'm like,
the literalness.
did he say I could drink or not?
Yeah, you got to be very direct. It's this communication thing.
He keeps doing it. He's going to kill me one day.
Yeah, I know. Communication
he's
is an
gonna
important
kill me.
thing for autistics. Slow things
Never
down, especially with executive functioning.
Say stupid things.
One instruction at a
Okay?
time.
Don't say jump off that bridge.
No, don't.
I'll do
don't
it.
do suggestive things
I'll
like
do
that
it.
jokingly because sometimes they can and they would or they might. Or
What
they...
if I landed in the pool for
See?
survive?
Look at this thinking. No, you don't do that.
1.54 meters, sorry. No, it's a lap pool. It's for adults only, except there's a lot of kids that come. It's kind of a shame, really.
Blood pressure is
I don't really
98
like
over
children being in the
55.
pool.
Pulse is 54.
But it's rare that it happens. But like, we have to hear it from here. But if we know there's children in the pool, we run. We come back later because they're annoying. No offense to children, but I'm just saying I only like my own children, grandchildren, anyone else.
Now we expect Dyan's blood pressure to normally be around that 90 over 60. It is currently 98 over 55. It'll be elevated by about 5 to 10 points because she's in an upright position and there's some activity from the Tourette's. So that's all natural as well. So they're in good levels for what we expect of her. Even though she's bradycardic.
Number what?
You are 98 over 55.
That's norm.
Which is good
What's
for
my
you,
heart
man.
rate though?
60 beats at the moment
Oh,
and
it's boring,
oxygen is
isn't it?
97.
Healthy.
Good.
Perfectly fine.
Has the ants crawling
Not
sensation gone?
today. Yes, but I can't shut up and it's rather annoying.
Okay. Why does that happen?
Well, apparently I have Tourette.
Yeah.
I have never fully accepted this, guys. I have had this since a child.
Hasn't quite really understood that, but that's an interpretive
But
thing.
the problem is...
She hasn't had people around her to explain it properly to her.
No, but also our generation, it was called different
things. Yeah, so ticking may be understood. The language component wouldn't have been understood or associated
Let's
to
just
it
be
all.
honest here. I'm just going to be honest here about my generation because I want people to know that
Where you come from?
you guys...
Diane's 51 years of age.
Even if you
born in 1974.
feel like that you don't see change in the world with disability, I want to tell you a story. I was born in 1974. Okay, I'm 51. Even though mentally I am not neuropsych tested. But basically...
Extensively tested.
15
like Sheldon
hours.
Cooper, we had her tested.
I think she wanted to keep going. I think she found me too interesting as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got things to do, places to go.
Can't keep doing things for science all the
I've
time,
got to go. I've still got to build my little mini Harry Potter potion
You do.
shop.
You've got
And
projects.
Emily's flower shop is just sitting there.
I am so looking forward to you doing that.
Mocking me.
I'll probably have to help you do that.
Mocking me.
But anyway,
Oh, you'll end up doing it because I'm just going to
will.
end up in meltdowns.
I think so.
I'll be crying over
Might
in
just
the corner.
set my tone and just get it done.
It'll be what I call like, I don't know if anyone knows Kaylin.
So
on the
what did
spectrum,
you
but
notice
I'm
because
like
your
her,
ADHD
I'll be
is
in the
going
corner
all
crying.
over the shop?
Help.
From 1974, you're 51
Okay, so
years of age.
1974.
How did growing up in that era
So
affect
when
you
I did these
with diagnosis of
behaviours.
these behaviours? Yeah.
Okay, so let's focus on just this behaviour because I have many problematic behaviours. Okay?
She has a few.
I also have
Autism,
like syncope,
ADHD,
which I started as a child.
That's the passing
I
vasovascular
had
syncope.
like
Not enough
eating
blood flow to
disorder
the brain.
as a child, which is not about looks. It's about
Yep.
I had ARFID, I had pica, I had
Things that you should not eat.
gastroparesis.
Yeah.
I had a
Avoid
high
it, food,
palate.
a restrictive diet.
So not that affects me not only in the palate but also affects it behind my nose.
35% of people with
my
22Q
sinuses.
will have either a palate abnormality, deformity, or
And
a high
I used
palate.
to be very sick with my immunity, so I was always colds and
Always
flus and
neutropenic, yeah,
infections and
absolutely.
always getting things like German measles more than other kids. I've had chicken pox even as an adult, even
Yep.
though I had it twice
The shingles
as
as
a
an adult is
had
the evolution out of that.
shingles.
Yeah.
So basically,
Reactivated.
what I want to say is
Hmm.
that when I was a child, we didn't get given nice names like autism, ADHD, or
What? No certificate?
hyperactivity. At least they gave us that, and developmental delay.
Yep.
But I just want to say this: we were treated like, and I'm going to use the terminology that this isn't to be used, but I'm giving you examples because
Of the language
this is
of
the terminology era.
We don't accept it these
Retard.
days. Yeah. Or retardation. Spastic. Yep.
slow,
Slow.
below average IQ, which wasn't always the case
How about just
actually,
stupid?
because
Commonly used.
you know, some people that like myself with dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, I was ended up proving that no, I actually have a high intelligence. Actually, I just can't use it the
You
way
learn
others
differently
do
and how it
because my
transfers.
learning disabilities get in between it like a brick wall.
Yep.
So you could be, it's a bit like the Helen Keller story, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't tell a non-verbal autistic. You don't know what their
What age were you
intelligence
non-verbal
is.
to? So
They
people
could
know?
be highly intelligent. They could be they'll be the same as everybody else.
How
They're
long were you
verbal.
non-verbal to, so people know?
11 years. And
And now
then
she's made
I
up for it. She doesn't stop talking.
Yeah, and 11 years meaning I only spoke to family that I was around a lot, and sadly, even if family went away for a little while too long for me, and they came back, and they didn't really get to talk to me because I'd be back to square one with them.
You
Which
set
is
the clock
quite
to zero
sad
again.
because they would leave and then they come back and
And that'd be confusing
I'd
with
be
facial
non-verbal
blindness
again.
because you wouldn't be maybe able to recognise them.
no, I
You've also got
recognise
that
them, but it
permanency
I used
issue.
I used to just like do this, like I'd be with my uncle and auntie, and I'd be like sort of, I would touch their face and look at the differences in their face. I would do weird things
Just
like
to
that.
make sure. That's how you
I was a
processed it.
weird kid, and
You were different.
I'm
you did things
different.
differently.
And basically that's how I would do it. Or I would sit close to them and just look at their face as if like, this has changed, that's changed. And, and then the bond would slowly go back to normal and then would start speaking. And I was blessed because I have very supportive aunties and uncles.
Yeah.
Very supportive, what should I call it? My family adopted other families. So, for example, when my family that immigrated came over on a ship, they adopted another family that were on the same ship. And those
Struck up a friendship.
those friends of my grandparents became my grandparents, third grandparents, adopted kind of wise,
Yeah.
And they had a daughter called Dyan, so I was little Diana.
That's
She was big
convenient,
Diana.
isn't it?
Maybe
Couldn't have had a
that's
different name.
connected. Yeah, so she was big Diana and I was little Diana. And then basically also, when I was growing up in Denmark,
Down south of Western Australia.
yes, my grandfather bought land from a farmer, which is one of the well-known families, High Proctor family. You are just beautiful people from, inside and out. And I love you all to bits, every single one of you. And particularly Ron, because he's passed on now, but his conservation stuff
big efforts
hit me
down
as a
south
kid.
in Denmark.
I was a natural conservational
naturalist,
type kid, right? It wasn't something I knew I was doing. And I was in a hippie town that was full of conservationists.
Absolutely.
So I accidentally ended up in this town of conservationists.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a lot of time with his daughter Wendy, who was only 1 year older than me, but she was in my grade. She was adopted by them. And basically, she's such a beautiful soul herself, and we became best friends. She's my first best friend, and to be honest, when I look historically at my previous best friends who used and abused me and hurt me, except for, of course, you guys online, I've become best friends with a lot of you. But when I look back at my history, apart from family members, she really was my only true best friend. That is family, and she would do anything for me, I would do anything for her, and that is just how it is. So we met when we were 3, and I remember meeting her on the farm, little bit of land that my grandfather bought in between their farm that was unfarmable, and I remember meeting her through the fence and climbing through the fence to play with her and her chickens.
Her chickens.
Yes.
I'm wondering, was it the chickens that attracted you, or was it her that attracted the conversation?
And we didn't...
Because I know what these chickens do. I get that.
I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
But I would learn people's names.
Yeah. What did you call her to start off with?
Everyone's name was different.
Right.
But hers was not Wendy, it was Windy.
Windy. Okay. That's close.
So when I was with my family, I had very immature speech, but I could get things out. So they heard my speech, but they knew it was... Well, actually, being young parents, I don't think they realised that their child was delayed as bad as what I am. But the teachers used to argue it to them. So they do kind of know. They're just neglectful parents. But basically, I didn't speak to her. No. It was all non-verbal play because of my autism.
You may have
she spoke to me.
I'll just interrupt you for saying, you may have noticed a bit of the aphasia that's happening, the bit of stuttering, sometimes the slurring, sometimes the difficulty also in word finding or choicing that comes along for Dyan. And a lot of us post-ictal, after seizures, we've seen quite a deterioration of Dyan's speech, which is a bit regressive, almost back to that era of childhood. It's probably quite similar to that sort of action.
Pretty much.
What were you just doing just then?
I was just stopping myself from talking. So basically...
Can you do that for 5 seconds? Just don't talk for 5 seconds. Go. 1, 2, 3.
Bullshit! 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 That's gonna work. Setting me up. He's triggering me on purpose to make a fool of me in front of all
I
of
would
you.
not do that.
He's a shit stirrer. Right, so anyway.
We're actually testing some of the boundaries of what Dyan can and
Ron
can't
was my
do.
hero, at that time too. So that's another family that became our family. So they are our family. And then also, my cousin, one of my aunties who married my uncle, who is my mum's brother, she had a family who had a lovely sister, Pat, who I adored, and her hubby, Michael, and they became sort of like my auntie and uncle because we all hung out so much together. Because I was with my Uncle Ray and Auntie Sue a lot.
Are
and that's
stories
her sister.
Important to you?
Yes. And basically, I met my second cousin which was the only female.
Right.
So I needed, and she would also be another person who is like family, who literally accepts me and would right now for who I am, no matter
Renee,
what.
by the way. Just wanted to find what's happening inside
she's
your
a beautiful
head.
soul.
And this is obviously for the
And
people
so
at
is
home.
Pat.
For the people at home to understand
And
what
Michael.
you're going through.
What?
And obviously you've had a lot of Tourette's and you're still doing a lot of Tourette's. What I want to understand, you have also very complex, there's simple tics and there are complex. And Dyan can go very complex with her. You've forgotten the words already, haven't you? You're going to have to go back to mermaid school if you have forgotten Ariel's song.
I want to see where I want to see them dancing.
Can you tell us?
I want to use those, what are they called?
Those things.
Oh, feet. What?
Tell me what's happening in your brain right now. What does it feel like
It's
for you?
fast. Woo.
So you can't slow it down?
No.
How does that make you feel? Okay. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, I'm waiting for the medicine. You're doing everything you can.
Okay. If it keeps going, there are other levels of medications that we can provide you to help us de-escalate. I can see, and they can't see at home, every part of you is just like electric at the moment. It's really complex when
I'm not
your
going to end
body's
up with a
going.
seizure, but I don't know if it's today or
I
tomorrow.
don't think you're going to get a seizure today.
No, but that's
Oxygen
the
stats are
thing.
97, heart rate's
It's going to
elevated
be
to
tomorrow.
75. What we're going to do...
It's going to be tomorrow.
What we're going to do... What we're going to do is we're going to cross-compensate. We're going to actually increase certain medications.
I can't do anything tomorrow, fun.
Yes, you
I
can.
have plans.
We're going to do some extra medications. So if we bring up your sodium valproate levels because you're below therapeutic levels.
It makes me grumpy.
No, you're too fun to be grumpy. Okay, you'll be okay. We're going to increase because you're actually doing a lot of bowel prep medications. You're not able to absorb the medications effectively, and your bowels are going to release those eventually.
Fatty.
We've obviously been doing the bowel prep, so we know the patterns each and every time.
Fat.
Are you? Okay.
Fat.
Let's increase
Like
the
a
sodium
puffer
valproate.
fish.
Blow, go.
I can put on 5 kilos overnight.
Yeah.
I'm magic. I
Yeah.
have a health condition where I can do that.
That's
it's
not a fun
so
thing.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Except not for my wardrobe.
Yeah. Can you slip the mask now?
I
It's okay. You can be real now. How are you feeling?
just slow it down.
Okay. I'm sorry. Gonna try walking with me. Will that help?
Walking, what's that gonna do?
Use some of your energy. Burn it up a little bit.
Quack, quack.
Like duck lips.
I want to live in the bush in a tree house.
Oh, I'd like to live in a tree house in the bush too. Do you want to listen to some music?
I did Taylor Swift today.
Okay.
I did about
TT?
10 songs.
10 songs? Well, was that our hearing going to came up for you?
Yes.
Cool.
No shower.
Can't be. I was in the shower, around the shower with you, sticking on you all the time. As well as that IKEA. That's when you did it.
Oh. Sorry.
That's okay.
You need to curl your hair again.
I need to cut my hair again. I need to have a shave. That's my Monday job.
I'm going to have a seizure, aren't I?
I want to bring your therapeutic levels up. Can you swallow right now for me? Do you want to try that? They also get
What
some of the headaches.
about if I...
No, that's what we need to do.
Okay.
Dan's also working this morning with migraines. They are also part of the preictal indications of having seizures. We've got all these other things with sleep disturbances going on. The aphasia has been worse. Obviously, the Tourette's hasn't stopped for the last 5 or 6 days
And
continuously.
he thinks I tell stories to stop my Tourette's.
You do. You've adapted. You have learned to adapt, and also, and this is part of the masking, your behaviour as a child and all that would have been through performing to try and actually inherently not get told off for ticking, particularly your vocalization tics, to make it look like it's fun, to make it look like it's a joke, so that you don't get the pressure from parents or adults around you. Does that make sense?
Can't do that one.
No, you can do liquid.
I used to do
Would you like
singing classes with Renee.
Do you want some liquid sodium valproate, or would you like another tablet?
Just do tablet.
Okay, happy to do tablet.
Do you think?
I do. and
What's
I'm
your
happy.
recommendation, Doctor?
At the moment, I'm happy for you to
Dr.
do tablet.
Spock.
Spock.
I literally love Star Trek. Does anyone else? I have a t-shirt.
You do. I like your t-shirt. I like to get one of those.
Oh, I showed my carer today.
The mama. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not him. I have a nicer one. Joking.
Wow.
Boo.
Wow.
No. Basically, I got to show her because I got on Shein for like, oh my goodness,
Hold that in one hand.
$13 for a paddling pool, and it's really small. So I can just sit in it just like this and just
and
have
be a
like
mermaid.
just a little bit of water and just like
Mm-hmm.
in summer,
Yeah.
if I don't want to go.
How's the feet go, by the way? I want to see the mermaid feet. Right, there you go. Just suppose
No,
you
I'm
see the
getting a
mermaid
tail.
feet. You're getting a towel, are you?
I told them before.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, Shein.
Shein.
Right. Tail?
Of course.
Mermaid tail.
Mermaid tail Sheen.
What
What
was
colour?
the other
Is it
thing?
going to be pink by any chance?
What was the other thing, everybody, that I said I was
In
needing
the
to buy?
comments, could you just remind Diane? Because
What was
she ain't
it?
going to remember. She's like a goldfish, not a mermaid at the moment.
Don't say no, I'm not going to encourage your
you
Shein
take that down?
ordering, because you like my Shein hauls. Tell me what I said.
Yeah.
It was something for you.
Is it something for me? Take the tablet for me, please, before we lose it, darling.
Do you want it over your head?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, I know.
Should we do
I know.
the cold challenge?
No, thank you.
For 20k or Tourette's.
Well, it has actually just been Tourette's Awareness Month, so hopefully this has helped with creating some
I'm not
awareness.
New Zealander, guys. Sorry, but if you are out there, that was my way of saying I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
For the Murray, yeah.
Sorry, I'm putting
Tablet.
a mask on again, apparently, to
Take the
cope with
tablet.
my. I know I'm cool, right?
You are going to take the tablet, princess.
I am not cool. Look at my face. It's swollen. Do you see this? Okay? My mouth and my eyes are disappearing.
Just looking at your TJMs. Take the tablet for me, please. Good girl. Okay, they don't need to see you poking your tongue out. Good girl. Excellent. Well done.
Can you see my
I
tonsils?
can see your tonsils. Now, has the crawling ants marching over your skin feeling
The
gone?
marching has gone none
Oh,
on.
thank God for the proclaimers. So I would walk 1,000 miles.
I need to go to the gravesite and put down my love heart.
Okay, that's another day.
Sorry, the saints go marching in. That's what my nana and I used to do together.
Okay.
Over and over and over and over and over again, because
Learning the piano.
it's the only thing that she could get me to learn at one point.
Mm.
And I said, again, Nana, again, Nana, again, Nana, again, Nana. And Nana...
Had the patience of that.
No, I think she was autistic. Nana Moore.
Yes, I'd say so.
Yes.
From what you've told me.
Nana Moore and Nana... And Pa Moore were both... That's the gravesite I visit. That's my dad's parents. And basically...
Cemetery, yeah.
They were the most beautiful people. One of the most beautiful people to walk this earth.
Yeah.
They were nothing but pure goodness. And they, like my nana, like she played the piano so well, and they both were very autistic when I look back. So I realize now why. Telepathically, I'm not kidding. And
The
if people
connection.
think that that's stupid, I don't really
tune.
care. But she was very, very non-verbal too, as in, some of us that are non-verbal when we're young, even though we learn to speak, and a lot of it's script, but a lot of it also, yes, we learn to speak, of course. But we can become selective mute very easily.
Very easily.
And my nana was selective mute because she was not someone that would just... Compared to any other female, I promise you, I don't think you, if you met her, you'd say... I have never met a woman so quiet, but yet so confident, so gracious, so smart when she does speak, and just so beautiful. Just the vibe. So my nana and I had a telepathic relationship, and I had a very special relationship.
Very cool. I'd like to know, did you have a really good weekend this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah. What was your favourite part?
Seeing Namala.
Your support worker.
Because I haven't
back on
seen
rotation.
her in a month.
She's been studying to be a nurse and she's in practice at the moment, placement.
So
she's back on rotation, which is good.
That was really good. The storage room is just so exciting.
So you're happy with that project?
Yeah, I feel so accomplished.
And we recovered well from the big crash bang that happened. If you haven't seen the big crash bang video, go back and see that.
Everything's back
Something
to where
kind of
it
fell
was.
badly.
I'm disappointed the clock's not on the other side of the wall.
Visuals,
and that it won't be able to be because of what it needs to hook now.
Yep.
And to be safe. But I don't mind it. It looks great. It's all back together, and I got to create an artistic piece out of it.
That's cool, doing some art, isn't it?
And you also taught me, because of all of the stresses going on, that sometimes out of things where you think that life is so horrible, and guys, I've had a life where things have just, so many horrible things have happened. If I told you my story, you say it and everyone said it should be a book, it's pretty intense, and it's a lot of things I've been through. It's not
incredible amount of experiences.
One thing, 10 things. It's even more than that. My story is incredible. It's unbelievable. And so basically, where are they going with that?
So you're happy about learning something coming out
So
of that?
I basically, because when you have a life like that, and even when you've healed, okay, you still will always have like a slight little CPTSD, and especially with 20Q, fear and anxiety and things like that, and autistics who have fear and anxiety, and a didactic memory. It can be
a long-term,
for good,
acute memory that you can recall
and
things
it can be
very
really bad.
Yeah,
It can be really bad or really good. But basically, I feel like that you taught me that it just doesn't matter just to let things happen, because the reaction is a waste of time, because it's not going to change anything.
Okay.
But sometimes out of a
bad situation, some good things come out of it, don't they?
Out of like a bad situation that was just awful. We saw the video with my Sammy 3 seizure camera, and it's like
it looks
out of
better.
A good thing, it
looks
better.
actually looks, I'd say, 100% better than it was before. And
it looks better.
I'm actually glad it happened.
I've got my cross up there, and I got to put my new one, which my new quote from the Bible next to my bed also has love written on it, because God is love, right? But also another new saying next to my bed.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16.
I'm going to have eternal life.
Good.
So,
live long and prosper.
You know, it doesn't matter how long I have here. I will be eternally here. And we will all meet again.
We will, absolutely. How's your body feeling? I just need a body check at the moment. Are you in any pain?
I'm feeling really dopey with the medicine.
Okay, dopey.
I don't like that, but
it's calming.
I'll take it over.
The
like I'm wiggling.
I can see you
but
wiggling.
I'm not like.
More so, the feet are probably wiggling at the moment. Yeah, I can see that happening.
But I'm not like. It's not like real.
It's dialed down massively,
you know,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky that medication works for me.
Yeah.
Makes me sad, like you know, with a show we're watching a person that medicine doesn't seem to work for that
it depends on what they've got, and they're going through, and they're trying a whole range of things.
So severe, it's like it just makes me sad. But like I feel grateful, guys, and let me know if you've got Tourette's. Be brave. Speak up. I'm doing it now. Yeah. And but
it's not
I'm
a rare condition. About 1 in 150
it's
school-aged children
which is
will have some sort of Tourette's
like
or tic disorder.
We're not so rare.
It's obviously a spectrum, so you can go from 0 to 100 and everything in between.
But I want to hear from you guys, because like we all experience it so differently. But
and yet at the same time, there
are
are so many coexisting conditions and comorbidities
Well,
that
it
can be
comes
seen
with
across that.
autism a lot. It
ADHD
comes
is consistent
with
in it.
ADHD as
OCD
well.
is consistent in it.
OCD.
Anxiety is
Oh
consistent
yeah,
in it.
OCD.
Dystonia is an interesting one. I'm seeing a lot more of that happen across
didn't know that was a link.
ticking in the
That
Tourette
shocked
spectrum.
me.
So that's interesting in that
That
regard.
shocked me because I've got dystonia,
Yeah.
but I never connected that with Tourette's. I was like, how could
Shout out to Ticking Together too, the YouTube channel. They do a very good job at
she's
presenting
awesome.
information and having
Lovely
reasons.
girl. So good at
thank
what
you
she
to Autism
does.
Butterfly who also
We
pointed
follow
that out.
her.
We follow both,
Follow her.
and that's been going well for a long time. We've been following Ticking Together, so I like
Yes,
that.
she's
But
so
Balin
good.
Out Loud, which is on Max that we've been watching for a while, really does epitomise, and I think it's been good as a conversational piece to help educate you, because I think with your autism and the lack of affirmation that you've received as a child and adolescent.
He's been frustrated trying to get me to listen.
Yeah.
And I think you're getting me to listen. But guess why? Because it's a social story.
Social story.
Because
Exactly.
it's a TV show.
Yep.
We need to remember that recommendation we were given.
100%.
To use TV.
And we might actually end up, and particularly for Dyan, watching this 2, 3 or 4 times this series of Balin Out Loud, because it does help to actually pull little
Jeez,
components
Balin.
out.
It's going to be like we're best friends, but you just
But
don't
we're
know
not.
it.
You don't know it.
You don't even know me.
But this is the benefit of why we also do our channel, so that other people with maybe 22q or genetic conditions, and remember there's over 7,000 different rare
I didn't even know.
conditions. 2 million Australians are affected by rare diseases, and that's a big swath. Only 5% of us have actually got any
Think about it, like
treatment methodologies,
Yes.
modalities in place. So
Very
that
low
tells you a
percent.
lot of people don't have.
no.
A lot of people don't even
There's
get diagnosed.
no funding.
Probably 50% of those
There's no money in
7,000 conditions, all those 2 million Australians, will not actually get a diagnosis that says, hey, you've got this specific condition.
But you know what the better thing to say is?
Hmm.
That's because please donate to rare.
Yeah.
Rare syndrome
Rare
of any
conditions.
kind,
Let's
or
increase the
rare in
research,
general, rare
spread the awareness
research,
and improve the
because
education.
please, like everything else has been given a head start, we need it now.
Yeah. It's a
We
numbers
need
game.
it because we don't have the numbers. But we put rare together,
And
like
it's,
Professor
like I
Lynn
said,
Beasley
2
says.
million Australians with
then
rare
we
conditions.
are
That's a lot of
big.
Australians. Sorry.
And then around the world, who are we? So
Well,
let's
that's pretty much
just
all the
put
West
more
Australia WA
research.
population. We've just got over 2 million in WA, Western Australia. So that's, if you think about it, the
think that's
entire
growing.
WA population
I think
has
that's
got, if you want to look at the
huge. Like Dolly Parton's titties.
number. Okay. Now you went off plantation, didn't you?
Okay, I'm just going to turn over here.
Yeah.
Right, so basically it's true though. Like, I think the population is a bit high.
I think it is growing, absolutely. We've got a lot of immigration coming through. That's another
I
issue for
wish-
resources and access, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah, separate to all that. So we're going to wrap up here. You've been calming down, I've noticed, and I've obviously got the audible alerts on Dyan's
But you
heart
know
rate
what?
and oxygen. So she's
It's doing
okay.
great,
She is.
actually.
I'm happy with that.
79.
Because you're
but-
sitting up, you're active, and you're talking.
But basically, I know there's a seizure coming, guys. I'm just sick of saying to you, no. If you don't say it, it won't happen.
I say
I'm not
it
in control of
because
it,
you're not in control of
Dyan.
it.
You stupid idiot.
You're
You
not an
need to
idiot.
get off this
Acceptance is
stupid
important.
thinking and just go with it. All right. So soon I'll have a seizure. I'll get it out of my system and we start again.
Yeah.
Because you know what? That's my life.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Rinse, repeat, isn't it? A bit like that.
And
But-
you know what? You know what's funny, but not funny.
Not funny. Yeah.
Okay, when you're so sick, like some of us, like there's not just me out there. Like there's so many of us guys. You know, for other people, it's a trip to the hospital every time. This is our life all the time. And I'm just tired of it. It's like some people only need a medical drama. Sorry, only experience medical drama and need to go to a hospital or,
Once or so in their
you know,
life.
have an ambulance come to their house or have people come to their first aid once every 5 or 10 years.
If they're lucky. Carolyn, who's also in Perth, was also saying how relatable it was to take so many pills and medications. You know, she was looking at your morning
Look at my
routine.
registered nurse this morning. Now we're handing over her to actually do the whole 7 days to put it all in the thing.
Yep.
Because, you know, we trust her. Like, she's so clued on and she's a registered nurse, so she's used to medications and she's used to me and she's been working with me for a while now.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, you handed it, didn't you? You said, right, here's the 7-day thing that needs to be redone
Off you go. Have
in
fun.
my thing, which is basically these things.
Yeah,
okay.
that's 7 of
Now
them.
I have more than this, but this
You
is
have
the
PRNs
tablet
and
one.
stuff, liquids,
So she had to
sprays.
do 7 of these.
Yeah.
And so she gets everything out and she sits down and she realizes very quickly, she's making comments like realizing why the cupboard is so organized. Okay, and labels facing front and everything for emergencies too, you know.
Sections for a reason.
And then going through and putting all the containers on the table and going, wow, you're on a lot of medication. Realizing how sick I am because there's a lot of staff that have not been understanding that, which is natural because I'm not a typical NDISer. Okay, I'm a medically complex
Yeah. With dynamic
patient.
conditions,
And in NDIS, we still have a separate section for that very reason.
Yeah.
I'm not common.
Complex support needs team.
Yeah, so basically, and then she starts putting all the tablets in each one and she goes, this is a lot of medication. And I'm like, and I'm the one that has to take it every day. And she giggles and I giggle.
As Carolyn said, between her
It's
and you,
like,
if we shook both
rattle,
of you, you'd have your own band.
yes,
Shake, rattle, and roll
exactly.
band. So
Shake,
I like that.
rattle and roll.
Well, on that note, give me a big thumbs up of
Shake,
encouragement. Diane's hopefully
rattle,
coming out of the
roll.
Tourette's, and we haven't gone into a major
Shake.
episode,
What
which is
was
a good
that?
thing. Comments, questions, ideas, and suggestions, please
What
do
was
leave
that?
them below. We'd love to hear from everybody out there.
What was that
If you're
noise
new
that
to
came out of
if you're new
there?
to the channel, don't forget to subscribe.
Larynx.
Larynx.
That's larynx.
Larynx. Yeah.
Larynx, I say. But anyway, that thing responsible for you
The
speaking.
voice box.
When you see an orangutan, they have everything like we do, but they don't have the larynx to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to them. And the ones at the Perth Zoo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I will support you, but I don't know. I'm conflicted with that one. But basically,
So much conflict. Yes. Okay. Yep.
okay. I've been to Africa. It's better than that. You could do better than
Animals
that.
in the wild,
Anyway,
honey.
next.
Yep.
That's my favourite section. It's
Yeah.
crazy,
The
isn't
African
it?
savannah. Okay.
Like, I need that to be my favourite section. I've been to safari parks.
Yeah.
Better than that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say.
You had a monkey steal your sausage
Those
roll. I get it.
orangutans are depressed.
Yeah.
Okay? I've studied psychology. And you know what? I've
Mm.
been studying psychology since I was 3. Ask Tony Outwood.
Yeah.
And
He's the
also,
professor and,
I know
specialist
the
psychologist in
psychology of
female autism.
animals because I used to talk to animals
Yep.
in an
Dr.
immature
Doodle over here.
speech, no babble.
Yeah.
And even non-verbal, very much a connection more with animals than humans.
Yeah. Exactly.
I knew their body language.
Yeah.
I knew their body language.
Yeah.
And I'd talk to them and people go, yeah, no, it's okay. She speaks to animals like they're people. And now it's normal. But when I was a kid, they were like, oh, this kid's, we're a bit worried. My family's like that,
That's
all right?
what
If
they're
you're
worried about.
fat, if you're mental, if you're disabled, as in mental health issues or mental illness, if you have anything wrong with you, okay, it's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
You're not good enough.
Growing up in that's pretty hard.
Get
We've
lost.
got a lot more understanding
Okay,
of our channel. And
we're
certainly
a
have got
dignified family.
acceptance
We
for
don't
you
have
guys.
people that are broken. Oh my goodness!
I'm sure a lot
Put
of
that
people will relate
broken
to
thing
that.
out the back there or in the basement.
Mm,
Okay.
indeed. We're going to wrap up,
Anyway,
Miss.
but
We're going to put
basically,
you to bed.
What was I saying?
I have no idea.
what was the
We're
beginning
talking
of
about
that?
the zoo.
Yeah, so
Right.
the orangutans are depressed. So
Okay.
if we get the pass,
Yes.
and I'm coming with
The
you,
zoo
when I
pass.
come with you,
Right. What are we doing to the monkeys?
therapy.
Okay. You're going to have therapy. I'm not going to need
I'm
therapy.
gonna sing
You're
to
gonna,
them.
You, oh
'Cause
God!
this
Someone's
is-
going to need
no,
therapy
hang
after
on,
that.
Hang on. This
Okay.
is what I used to sing to my babies and my animal babies. Are
Right.
you ready for this?
Okay.
This is just the most... Okay.
You are the sunshine.
Ready? So this is going to tune you out. As
Okay.
in, not like that. Not like tune you out because you're a motherfucker. Not like that.
Okay.
Like...
We're going to
Before
say
we
goodbye
go,
by
listen to this.
playing a rendition of You Are My Sunshine.
Hang on.
From the start.
Good memories.
We'll see you in another episode.
Always nice to sing that to you.
Bye for now.
Bye.